Has Prince Harry finally woken up to the notion that Meghan Markle might not be in it for charity after all? Well, make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more details in this Daily Nerd starting right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much got me eye, and oh my goodness. Yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? So this is from the Express, and yep, right here, top of the article, Prince Harry is frustrated at our Megxie for stealing his airtime at New York visit. So this is why I asked right at the beginning of the video, has Prince Harry finally woken up to the notion that, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Megxie ain't in it for the charity. No, she's in it for the press, for the good PR, for herself. So let's deep a little bit more into this article because it's very, very interesting. Because looking at this, there's a body language expert that they spoke to, and his analysis was that Harry appeared to have been frustrated during the latest visit to New York this week, as he struggled to share the airtime with Megxie. He added that the Duchess of Sussex appeared to be struggling to find a purpose when she was speaking in a panel about mental wellness in a digital age. So the body language expert that the Express spoke to was Darren Stanton. Although, even though Darren's good, don't get me wrong, next time Express, may I suggest Jesus, the body language guy, otherwise known as the Royal Rogue? Simply amazing. Just a shout out to my fellow YouTuber friend there. But anyways, in terms of this, Darren Stanton analysed the couple as they attended the event and explained that Harry has two sides. So the first side is a relaxed one when he's on his own, and a second side is a tense one when he's with Megxie. And we pretty much saw that typified when he went to Japan and Malaysia earlier on this year, right? Because there, without Megxie, you know, he was smiling, he was having fun, he was relaxed, but then we were comparing it to when he was with Megxie back in America, and it was all strained, right? So we got that a little while back, in all honesty. But speaking on behalf of Spin Genie, he said, quote, "I feel there are two sides to Harry when he's on his own. Like at the Invictus Games, he's incredibly relaxed. His shoulders will be down and he smiles a great deal. You can see a degree of calmness. When he speaks to the press on his own, he's incredibly passionate and authentic. He comes over really well and gets lots of applause." But the expert added that when Harry is with Megxie, it's a total different ball game at that point. As he says, quote, "He does have a dramatic shift in emotions in terms of how he comes over." I mean, in terms of what I've noticed, he's much more stiff, much more agitated, much more anxious when he's around Megxie and when he's speaking in front of Megxie. It's as if he doesn't want to say or do the wrong thing, because if he does, well, when they go back home to Montecito Royale, he might get it in the neck. But he says, quote, "We can see in a number of photos from the New York conference that she's beaming. She's got a big smile on, but he's looking like someone stole his sweets." And to that, I'm like, wah. But he does. And Darren makes a good point here. His eyebrows are down and pulled together, displaying frustration and anger. And you think, why is Meghan displaying joy and happiness and he's not? Great question, right? Why is Megxie all, and Harry's like, It's a good question though, isn't it, right? But the body language expert added that Meghan herself appears to be struggling to find a purpose at the moment, so she almost tags onto Harry's coattail. Now, this is where I disagree with this dude, because it's not. She almost tags onto Harry's coattail. No, She does. She is tagging on to Hazard's coattail. Hello? Invictus Games, anyone? Like, he started that without Megxie. Years before Megxie came onto the scene, right? She comes onto the scene. Last couple of years, she's tagged on to Harry's coattails by tagging on to the Invictus Games. Why? Because in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, it's the only good thing that Hazard's got left for her to, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, exploit for her own gain. So it's not that she almost tags onto Hazard's coattail. It's she has. She's already tagged on. Like, the horse has already bolted on that one. It's happened. It's happening right now, okay? But then he says, I think he finds it frustrating because he's trying to achieve certain things, but with her there, his message gets diluted, and it's almost like having to share airtime even though it's his wife. And that's true, actually, because when you go through social media at the moment, albeit it is quite funny in all honesty, I'm seeing a lot of memes of Megxie right now at this New York Archewell Foundation event where people are basically saying that she's wearing the couch. Like, look at the memes. They are extremely funny, right? And, you know, they're also comparing Megxie with the beautiful and effervescent Princess Catherine, right? And Princess Catherine, she wore something similar in a white monochromatic look, right? And it's like, there's no contest. Princess Catherine wins hands down when it comes to her look compared to Megxie's at the Archewell Foundation New York event. But that's the problem, because Prince Hazard's message, whatever he said at this event, is not only diluted, but it's completely gone, because the whole focus is on, firstly, memeing Megxie, which is absolutely fantastic and funny as hell as far as I'm concerned. But secondly, comparing Megxie to Princess Catherine, which, again, hands down, Princess Catherine wins, right? In terms of what she wore on World Mental Health Day to what Megxie wore, right? His message hasn't only just been diluted, it's disappeared, it's gone because of Megxie. And the only thing that's been reported in this article, just to further that point even more, is what Megxie said rather than what Prince Hazard said. So the article explains what she said yesterday, where she revealed she's, quote, frightened over her children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, using social media in the future. She stated that social media started a positive thing in creating community, but it's now devolved. She says, quote, as parents, though our kids are really young, they're 2.5 and 4.5, but social media is not going away. I think by design there was an entry point that was supposed to be positive in creating community, and something has devolved. And there's no way to hear that and not to try help these families have their stories be heard. Which, in other words, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, we need to muzzle social media, and we need to take freedom of speech away from social media because social media is nasty to me. Wah! Yeah, jog on. But the point has just been made here. This article from the Express quotes what Megxie said, but that's it, guys. That's it. Doesn't actually then quote what Prince Hazard said. So yeah, it actually has been proven just within this article alone that Prince Hazard's message gets diluted. And further to the point, it actually disappears. Because everyone, including this article, is focused on what Megxie said rather than what also Hazard said in the Archewell Foundation event in New York City. But yeah, this is why apparently Hazard is frustrated at Megxie for stealing his limelight in New York City. So the question remains, has he finally woken up to the notion that Megxie ain't in it for charity? She ain't in it to do altruistic acts for the betterment of mankind, the world, and the community. Nah, that she's only in it for herself and how to better herself and better her own stance and her own station in the world. Has he finally woken up to that? Or is this just the beginnings of him actually waking up to that? I do wonder. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's going to be more, then do make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about Megxie and Hazard's recent New York City visit, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters!